Hello everyone! Before we dive into today's class, I quickly want to say that I'm so proud of you for making it to day 7 and making it through this series. It honestly says so much about you, sticking to something you set yourself up to do and doing it maybe even when you don't feel like it. Honestly, it's one of the most powerful mindsets to have, and it's gonna transform your whole life, because what it does is it's strengthening your willpower, and it just really proves to yourself of what you're capable of. So sticking to the things you set yourself up to is just really amazing, and yeah, I absolutely love that you did that and that you're here. And if you have any questions or feedback, make sure that you leave it in the comments or reach out to me on Instagram. And now let's dive into the last class of this series. I hope you'll enjoy it. So let's get started sitting on our shins. We're gonna do a full body Pilates feel good class, and we'll start by interlacing the fingers and then press your palms forward. Inhale, reaching them all the way up, and exhale, reaching them back in front, rounding your spine, chin to your chest. Inhale, we reach back up, and exhale, we round. Starting to warm up the body, the spine, the shoulders. And let's release the interlace and come into our tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the chin. Exhaling, rounding the spine, chin to your chest. Doing a few of these. Maybe even closing your eyes, feeling into your body. And let's meet in our cow pose and walk the hands to the front of your mat, keeping your hips over your knees, and then melting either your forehead down or bringing chin and chest down into the mat for our puppy pose, stretching into the neck, the shoulders, the upper spine. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling. From there, we're sliding all the way forward, bringing the hips and the belly down, and then bringing the forehead onto the palms. Tops of the feet stay in the mat. We start to lift the arms, head and chest up and lower. Keeping your hands on your forehead, lifting and lowering. With the breath, inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. Let's keep the forehead down and lift the right leg up and lower, and then floating the left leg up, trying to keep your hip bones grounded. It doesn't have to be a big movement. Focusing on your breath. Inhale when we lift, exhale when we lower. Last 5 seconds. Now let's start to float both legs up and lower. So both legs at the same time. Feeling your hamstrings and your glutes work here to bring the legs up, keeping the forehead still down. Ten more seconds of these leg lifts. And let's combine it. We're gonna float everything up, so lifting both arms, head and chest, and the legs up at the same time. So we lift everything up. Let's move with our breath again. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we lower down. I know these spinal strengthening exercises can be so exhausting, but they really are so important, not just for your spinal health, but also for your posture and how you feel. So let's do them. We only have 5 seconds left. Keeping everything up, we're going to reach the arms back, interlace your fingers, bringing the palms to touch and hold. Keeping the feet lifted, draw your shoulders back as if someone is pulling you on your hands backwards. So feel that pull back, lifting the chest even more. Inhale and exhale, releasing your palms, bringing them down so you can press back into a child's pose, hips to your heels. Counter stretching the spine for a moment. And let's slowly start to lift back up, coming back onto all fours. And then tucking the toes under, start to lift your knees up. And then we tap them down and lift. So little knee taps here. Try to press the mat away with your palms. Focus on your breath. And keep tapping the knees down. Last 5 seconds. And we'll keep the knees lifted, bring the right knee in and extend the right leg back. So we bring the knee in and extending it back, only the right side. And try to keep the left knee hovering just above the mat. So don't bring your hips high. Keep the knees close towards the mat and draw the right knee in and extend. Last 5 seconds. And we'll switch sides, bring the right toes down and then draw the left knee in and extend it back. We only have this left side and then we're done with our hovering tabletop. Stay with me, we can do it. I know these are tough. Bring it in and extend. Focus on that movement and focus on your breath. Only 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left foot down and then bring your hips up and back for a downward facing dog. You can walk your hands a bit more forward or your feet back. And then just taking a moment here to feel into your down dog. Bending your knees, pedaling your feet. And then we're gonna step the right foot forward, lowering the left knee down, coming into a low lunge, reaching your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, shifting it back into a half split. Let's flow a bit here. Inhale, we lift, coming into the low lunge. Exhaling, half split. Moving with your breath. And let's place the palms down and step it back into our plank pose, holding it here. So we'll just do a little plank hold in between, finding your strength, finding your alignment, making sure shoulders on top of your wrists, coming high onto your toes, and breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your nose. We're in this together. We can do it. Stay with me. We have 15 more seconds. Press the palms into the mat. Feel your quads working here, so keep your legs also really, really engaged. Core is engaged and working. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's step the left foot forward now, lowering the right knee down, reaching the arms all the way up. Low lunge, inhale, and exhaling, half split. Flowing between these two postures and moving with your breath. Let's see if we can go deeper each time we enter a pose. So maybe you can melt your chest even deeper in your half split and open your chest even more in the low lunge. And let's come out of the pose and onto our back. So making our way to lie down onto the mat. We're gonna do a little bit of core now. So let's float the right shin up and then the left. And bringing the arms all the way above the head. We're going to reach the arms forward, lifting head and chest up. and lower everything back down. Let's inhale when we reach back and exhale when we lift up. Last 10 seconds, still focusing fully on your breath and really reaching forward when you lift up. We're gonna continue with this movement, but this time we're gonna tap the right toes down when we lift, bring it back to center, and then tapping the left toes down. So with every lift up, we also tap one leg down and then reaching it all the way back. Let's still keep our breath. Inhale when we reach the arms back and exhale when we reach them forward towards the legs. Last 10 seconds. Let's interlace the hands behind the head and then lower head and chest down and lift it up. So the legs stay in that tabletop shape and it's only head and chest, lowering and lifting for simple crunches here. Let's inhale when we lower and exhale when we lift. From here we're gonna move into some eagle crunches, wrapping the left leg around the right and the left arm underneath the right, tap fingertips and toes down, and then crunch it in, bringing knees and elbows together. Inhale, we extend, exhale, we crunch it in. We have 15 more seconds of our eagle crunches. And let's switch sides. So now we're going to wrap the right leg around the left, right arm underneath the left, and then tapping fingertips and toes down and crunching it in. Inhale, extend, exhale, crunch it in. Last 5 seconds. And let's release the bind and give ourselves a full body stretch. And hugging the knees into your chest. Let's move into a glute bridge, placing your feet down, hip distance apart, touching your heels with your fingertips. And then we're gonna reach the arms all the way above the head, floating your hips up and lower them down, bringing the arms towards the ceiling. So when we lift, we reach the arms back, and when we lower, we bring them facing up. Moving with the breath, inhale, we lower, exhale, we lift and extend. Last 10 seconds. Let's bring the feet to touch now, left knee into your chest, and we lift the hips and lower for a one-legged glute bridge, still moving with the arms. So when we lower, bring your arms towards the knee, and when we lift, extend them above your head. And we inhale when we lower, and exhale when we lift, pressing into your right heel, really driving those hips up towards the ceiling. We have our last 10 seconds of these one-legged glute bridges on the right side. After this, we're gonna switch to the left. So now let's place the left foot down and bring the right knee into your chest, and then press into your left heel to bring your hips up and lower them down, moving with the arms and with the breath. Inhale, we lower, and exhale, we lift. "15 more seconds, we can do it." Let's keep the hips lifted. Place the right foot down and bring your feet as wide as the mat. We'll just hold. Final hold here. Keep lifting your hips up. Press into your heels. Arms are resting above your head. Breathing through your nose. Feeling the glutes burn. 15 more seconds. And let's lower the hips all the way down, hugging your knees into your chest. Amazing job. From here, we'll only stretch it out. Hardest part is over. Let's come and rock all the way up. Extending the left leg long, bring the right foot into the inner left thigh, point your toes, inhale, reach all the way up, and exhale, folding over the leg, getting hold of your shin, your ankle, your foot. And then try to think of bringing your chest towards your leg. Let's lift ourselves up and come into a twist from here by placing the right foot to the outside of the left thigh, hugging your left arm around the right leg, right fingertips behind you, and then looking over the right shoulder, using your arm on your leg here to twist yourself even deeper. Let's release and bring your arms over to the left for a counter stretch. And we'll switch legs, so extending the right leg, bringing the left foot to your inner right thigh. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And exhale, fold over the right leg. Again, getting hold of whatever works for you, your shin, your ankle, your foot. And then stretching deep into that right hamstring. And lifting ourselves back up, coming into the twist from here by placing the left foot to the outside of the right thigh, wrapping the right arm around your leg, bringing the left fingertips behind you, and then looking over your left shoulder. And let's release and counter stretch to the right. And we are done with day 7. Thank you from my whole heart for choosing to practice with me. It means so much to me, you have no idea. And I hope I will see you in future classes. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I hope I'll see you soon. Bye bye.